Okay? And what structure is there? And no, what is this?
Eyelids.
Not eyelash, eyelid.
I said eyelid.
What did you say? All right. Upper or lower?
Upper.
Lower. There is a thin epithelium lining the eyelid, inside of the eyelid. And that continues on the cornea. That is called the conjunctiva. The conjunctiva is removed from here. I will not be able to show you. But if I ask you what was the structure above the structure as indicated, so that would be the conjunctiva. All right? So the conjunctiva of the eyelid is called palpebral conjunctiva, and on the cornea will be bulbar conjunctiva. Okay? All right. This is the first outermost tunic or coat called sclera, white of the eyeball. Okay? Then inside, colored tunic called choroid. And inside the eyeball is the retina. Okay? The shape of the eyeball is what is called, is maintained by this jelly-like structure. This is not hard, this is jelly. In reality, this is jelly-like structure called vitreous body or vitreous humor. Okay? This is the lens. But before I go to the description, you have to know about the extrinsic eye muscles. Like there are 6 eye muscles, extrinsic eye muscles, that move the eyeball in different directions. Okay? Superior rectus, so below will be inferior rectus, this will be the medial rectus, and this is the lateral rectus. Okay? And 2 oblique muscles, the tendon of which here, superior oblique and inferior oblique. You people can see the inferior oblique. Look at the inferior oblique here. Inferior oblique. Okay? This is the inferior oblique. This is superior oblique. This is the tendon that is attached to the eyeball and to the muscle, superior oblique muscle. This is the lacrimal gland, the gland that makes tears. Capish? Okay? Now, there we go. This portion no. Yeah. This is a part of the choroid. This colored part, choroid, makes the eyeball light proof, like a dark room. Dark room for photography. Inside is pitch black. Why? Because so that light cannot enter. Do you get that? And light enters through the pupil. There are 2 chambers, anterior chamber and posterior chamber, or 2 cavities. Could you please give me your book, textbook?
Anterior compartment, posterior compartment.
Yeah? Just a minute.
No, I don't think we need to.
You need to know.
We need to know that in anterior is the aqueous humor and the posterior compartment casts the other one. Victor's.
You need to...
Know everything.
Yeah. This is the anterior cavity and posterior cavity. Anterior cavity has anterior chamber and posterior chamber that is filled with a clear fluid like water. It's called aqueous humor. Aqueous humor, and posterior called vitreous humor. Okay? Now aqueous humor exerts the pressure, intraocular pressure. And when you get your eyes examined, they measure the pressure. Yeah? And there is a limit, after if the pressure is too much, that can result in what is called glaucoma. Okay? But anyway, you see the pupil, and I see my pupil through the pupil. Yeah, you are my pupils. So this side is called iris. It's colored. It's responsible for our eye color. Okay? But that's part of choroid. On the other side, you see part of the choroid, the border is serrated. And that's called ora seriata. You don't have to remember. But this colored body is called ciliary body. That contains ciliary muscles that attach the lens. Lens is meant for refraction. Okay? This is a good refracting medium. And the image, this is the screen, the retina. You can see a round structure there. That is where the optic nerve, this is the optic nerve over here. This optic nerve enters and the optic nerve is truncated, is cut here. This region does not contain any photoreceptors, devoid of photoreceptors. And this is called the optic disc or the blind spot. Okay? We do not see anything when any object is on our blind spot. You can determine blind spot. You can see peripheral vision. Now you don't see, meaning it's in your blind spot. Okay? You get that? It happens when you drive. Yeah? You have the experience of being honked. Yeah? You try to change the lane and and then what do you say? Yeah, sorry. You raise your hand. But anyway, there is one area here, and that will be in the bonus.
Oh, yeah.
It's called macula lutea. You have heard of macular degeneration, retinal detachment. Yeah? Detachment of retina. Macula lutea is a region where
Cones.
there is maximum concentration of cones. All the cones are, or cone cells. There are two types, rods and cones. The rods are meant for gray vision and cones are meant for color vision. Now when in darkness you cannot differentiate color. Like in a movie theater, when you go for a matinee show, as soon as you enter the movie theater, everything is pitch dark, isn't it? And then you can see some figures, isn't it? Meaning the eye is getting adapted. Adaptation is called. And then you see only the figures. You can see what? With the rods, gray vision. The cones, the macula lutea, that is the region of maximal visual acuity. Yeah? All right, that's all about it. But here also you can identify the different muscles.